hardest thing about financial planning is knowing how to get started. It can seem like there are hundreds of things to consider. How much should I put in my pension? How do I use an ISA effectively? How do I invest? Now, most of the time people just get overwhelmed. So rather than taking that really important first step, they simply put everything back in the drawer and leave it all until next year. And trust me, next year rarely ever comes around when it comes to sorting out your finances. So there's one golden first step to take that will help you overcome that financial mountain. It's simply creating yourself a budget. Now that might sound a bit dull, but please understand that budgeting isn't actually about limiting yourself. It's about making the things you enjoy and want to do in the future possible. But most importantly of all, it will allow you to do something called paying yourself first. And it's this that forms the foundation of almost all financial planning. 32% of UK adults actually have no savings to speak of. When you look at behavioural economics, the reason for this is that they tend to spend the money that comes in first and then save what's left over at the end. Most of the time when we do this, we adjust our spending behaviour and just spend more because it's there to spend. Budgeting allows us to flip that on its head. By adding up all of your fixed monthly bills in advance, like gas and electric, your mobile phone bill, and then adding those to some of your more predictable variable expenditures like the monthly food bill or going out for dinner twice a month, you'll then have a good idea of what should be left over every month. And it's with this balance that you can now start to plan and pay yourself first. What do I mean by that? Well, now you know what should be left. You can set up a direct debit to pay into your savings, ISA or pension at the start of the month. So the first thing that happens to your income is a portion of it gets invested or saved for you. You pay yourself first and then you spend what's left over. I guarantee you, simply by making this small habitual change, you will start saving and investing a huge amount more without even feeling like it's having an impact, because the psychology of saving is one of the most important things to focus on. So don't get bogged down in the endless options and research out there. Take a breath and take that first important step and draw up a budget. Because remember, your money really does matter.